The first thing we want to go over is how to stretch out. As we start using more parts of our body to work with the instrument, including our right hand to move the bow and our left hand to put the finger notes down, we want to make sure that we can promote the most healthy use of our body parts. And one of the best ways that we can do that is by stretching out the muscles and all the other things attached to them that we use to play the instrument. So I'm going to start out doing some stretches for the arm. One that I really like to do that stretches this part of your arm is to put my arm in a kind of a L shape like this, and then I hold this like this, and I pull back a little bit on my arm, and it gets a nice stretch. And you can do that on both sides. Hold it for 10 seconds. 30 seconds is really the best number, but I'm not going to hold it for that long right now. Another one that you can use to stretch this kind of muscle here on the back of your shoulder is to bring your arm straight and bring it across, and then bring your other arm up like this, and it's like you're tying yourself in a knot. You pull back towards your body with this arm, and then feel the stretch back here. Do that on both sides. You can also, some people also like to pull the arm like this. I like a little bit more like this. Okay, and then my other really favorite arm stretch is to do this. If you can put your fingers together like this, and then turn them out this way. So fingers together, turn the palms out, and then push your palms to the sky. Whoa! If you can straighten your arms, that's the best, because then you'll feel this stretch going all through your shoulders and your upper back. And take a few really deep breaths. Keep your palms pointed towards the ceiling, keep your fingers interlaced, and then let them go and just drop them down. And you should feel the blood kind of rushing back into your arms, because they came out of your arms and went down towards your chest, and now it's going to come back, and it feels really, really good. Okay, and now we're going to do some wrist stretches. So the way you can stretch your wrists out, or the kind of muscles around your wrists, is two ways that I usually do. One is I take all my fingers and the top of my hand, and I'm going to just straighten my arm, and I'm going to pull my wrist back until I feel the stretch through the bottom of my hand and this part of my wrist. Just enough to feel the stretch, and hold it for 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. Then the other side, same thing, like this. And then you can do it the opposite way too, so with your wrist going down like this. "30 seconds is the ideal number. Now, finger stretches, okay? You can do the same exact thing we just did, but with individual fingers. So I can take one finger at a time, and I can pull it back like this. Don't do it too far, you don't want to hurt yourself. And I can do this one. This one I can do all the fingers, but this is kind of like the same as the wrist. You can do combinations of fingers, and you can do them this way too. So it's kind of like the same thing that we did with the wrist, but you can pull the fingers like this, just a little bit. This one works the best when you're pulling individual fingers. Another thing that helps me to get my fingers and hands really warmed up, it's not really a stretch, but it's something I advocate, is if you just clap your hands really hard for like 2 minutes without stopping, it gets a lot of blood flow into your arms and your fingers, I feel. So I'm not going to do that right now, but clapping your hands. That's why if you clap with a song, like we've done in the past, or with rhythms from your music as a warm-up, that can be a good warm-up for your arms to get used to moving and the muscles in your fingers and wrists and arms engaged. Okay, let's do some hip stretches. Now, this is not that big of a stretch, but I really like it. It's actually like a rotation. So you're gonna just stand here. You can put your hands on your hips. I like to do it that way, and then you're just gonna kind of rotate out and back in, and I'm moving my hips in a big circle. That's what I'm doing. And you can go around as many times as you like one way, but then do the same amount of times the other way. Okay. Chest stretches. Let's see. Where can I do this? So, I'm going to turn the computer here. Hopefully. So the chest stretch I'm going to show you, it's best done on a wall. So for instance, if I go over here, I'm going to stand next to the wall and I'm going to make an L with my arm. I'm going to put my arm against the wall, or a part of the wall, and I'm going to keep it from moving. And then I'm just going to turn this way. And I'll feel the stretch. I'll feel the stretch in my chest right here. Okay, so I'm turning like this, but I'm keeping my arm against the wall. Okay, and then I'm turning and I really feel the stretch here. You can also straighten your arm a little more. If you straighten your arm like this, but keep it from moving, and you do it, you're going to feel the stretch go all the way through your arm. Like this. This one actually feels even better for me. But this one's going to stretch your chest more. And then you can do it on the same side. Like this, or the other side I should say. Just straighten your arm out. Alright, so those are some stretches you could do for your upper body. Helps you to feel really good.